Hey guys, welcome back. This is Will with the Padawan Pops YouTube channel, and today we're talking Ahsoka. So I was reading through some articles, Star Wars articles, and I came across a headline that was too good to pass up, and it's making reference to the fact that maybe Ahsoka is not the main hero in Ahsoka. Now, I'll give my opinions on that in a few minutes, but let's take a look at this opinion article first. So we're not going to read through this. I will put the link in the comments, but I could not pass up a title like this. It definitely got me hook, line, and sinker. Star Wars Ahsoka show is hiding its true hero in plain sight. So I'll just scroll through here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the main idea here is that Ahsoka, while she may be the master of the series, she is not necessarily the main hero of the series. And so it goes through a lot of influences that Dave Filoni, or different source material Dave Filoni has been influenced by. And one is Gandalf, and it makes reference to Gandalf in the second Lord of the Rings movie, talking about his growth as a character and how he had to mature to become the master that he needs to be, and how that influenced the character Kanan in Rebels. And then it goes on talking about the similarities between Ahsoka and Gandalf. Here especially, this Ahsoka the White, that's almost 100% influenced by Gandalf, and that is also an awesome Funko Pop. So if you have not seen that yet, definitely get your hands on that. I still don't have it yet, but different story for a different day. Keep reading through here, and we see that Sabine Wren is the real hero of Ahsoka, or at least that's this opinion, and that Sabine will be the apprentice that Ahsoka, that she's training and building up and preparing to be the next big hero going into this Mandoverse, Skeleton Crew, the Mando movie, and how Ahsoka is going to be the one who passes on all of her training to Sabine. Now, I'm a big fan of opinion pieces on Star Wars. I sit around and come up with Star Wars opinions all the time. This one, I think, has a few merits to it, as well as a few things that I disagree with. So first, I do agree that Ahsoka is going to turn into this Jedi Master mentor figure, if you will. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Ahsoka has a large challenge ahead of her. We have Grand Admiral Thrawn, we have these new bad guys in Balin and his apprentice. I cannot think of her name right now, but we see that Ahsoka is going to have some things to overcome. Ahsoka's training was never complete, as we hear in the trailer. Anakin never got to finish Ahsoka's training. So I think there's some merit there that she is going to grow kind of in a Gandalf-like way, or a Kanan way from Rebels. I don't think that's very far off. I do agree with that. I also agree that she will be training Sabine. I believe we have seen that in the trailer, so we do know that is coming. So that is not a stretch. And I do believe that Sabine is going to play a big role in the Mandoverse going forward. That is also not a stretch. I agree with all three of those. But where I disagree is maybe the method of how this is going to go. So the article does say that she is going to take this almost Kanan-like role in training Sabine Wren. Now, if you go back to Rebels and look at Kanan training Ezra, that took place over almost the entire series, season 1 through 4. And Rebels, spoilers ahead, you've been warned. Kanan dies in season 4 of Rebels. So he sacrifices himself to save the crew and to push Ezra forward. And we see Ezra learning from Kanan's sacrifice at the end of the series, by sacrificing himself to an extent and taking Thrawn out to the unknown regions, and Lothal is liberated. So we see that happening in Rebels, and so if we carry that principle over to Ahsoka, we will see Ahsoka somehow dying or being defeated or whatever it may be to push Sabine on to being this next big hero. I think Ahsoka obviously at some point will die. We know she's dead by episode 9 because we hear her Force Ghost talking to Rey at the end of the movie, but I don't know if it's going to be in this, limited series of Ahsoka. I'm pretty sure this is just one season setting up the next thing in this Mandoverse. I would be really shocked if she dies at the end to pass on some knowledge to Sabine Wren. It could happen. I just don't know that I see that happening in that manner. I think she will probably die in the Mandalorian movie that's coming to a head as they take on Thrawn as the next big bad guy. That's my idea for when Ahsoka dies. I do think we will see that on screen at some point. They have to tie up the loose ends and maybe the mystery of how she dies, because we do know that she does by episode 9. So I think that's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen in the context of training Sabine Wren. Another thing I disagree with is Sabine Wren being this next big hero moving forward. I think Sabine's a cool character, and it would be awesome if there's a big focus on her going forward. I think there will be some focus, but I don't think we're moving forward with her being the next big thing through Skeleton Crew, The Mandalorian, and then the Mandoverse movie in a few years. I don't think that's what we're going to see. She's going to play an important role, but I believe that the Disney moving forward, it's Din Djarin, The Mandalorian, it's Grogu, it's Ahsoka, and then I'm assuming the Jude Law character in Skeleton Crew is going to be the third big hero from that group. That just seems how marketing is making this, with Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, Mandalorian leading up to a movie. I would be real shocked if Sabine Wren comes out of this as the main hero. Not that I would hate it or anything, I just don't think that's the way we're going. Another piece here to this is Ahsoka training Sabine. We know she's going to an extent, but also we're expecting Ezra to come back. So would Ezra pick up the training for Sabine? Would it be Ahsoka training both? I'm not sure how that would look going forward, so it'll be interesting to see. That I'm just not really sure of, but I don't know if we strictly see an Ahsoka-Sabine master-apprentice relationship all throughout. I think it will be an aspect of the story, but I don't think it will be a main key piece going forward. So definitely an interesting article. I believe the title was definitely meant to get people to click on it, and I bid on it. I had a fun time reading it, so definitely check it out in the link below. It's a fun read, or in the description below. It's a good read, so check that out. If you're liking my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and may the Force be with you.